Records show a man in charge of policing the state police tried to get his daughter out of a DUI and even threatened the trooper who arrested her. Good evening, I'm Lee Zurik.
And I'm Shelley Brown. Governor Edwards says he's looking into allegations raised in our new investigative story.
The allegations made about someone he appointed to a powerful state board. Here's our latest investigation. Hey, Mr. Braxton, Lee Zurik with the TV station in New Orleans.
Calvin Braxton is one of a handful of Louisianians with the weighty position of policing the police.
This is the kind of public corruption that we talk about all the time in various contexts. This is just another example, and it's unacceptable.
But Braxton threatened the state trooper who arrested his daughter.
We'd like to talk to you about using your power and permission to try to punish a state trooper.
It took Braxton a little time to remember making requests and threats law professor Joel Friedman calls sickening.
It's entitlement, Lee. I work for the government. I'm entitled. I'm something special. The rules don't apply to me.
December 4th, 2015, State Police Trooper Jason Linebaugh stopped Braxton's daughter at 6 p.m. in Natchitoches Parish. Braxton's daughter had a blood alcohol level of .139. She was charged with driving while intoxicated, speeding, improper lane usage, and an open container violation. In a report, the Troopy Commander Jay Oliphant details how he called Braxton as a courtesy because he's a member of the State Police Commission, the regulatory body that governs state police and also hears appeals for officers' disciplinary action. In that report, Oliphant wrote, Braxton said the trooper should have known who he was, and he should have given his daughter professional courtesy, as well as utilized discretion in not arresting her.
You don't have a commissioner of an entity trying to use that authority to effectuate and force the body over whom you supervise to alter its operations to suit your personal needs. That's the definition, Lee, of abuse of power.
But apparently Braxton had more to say. The commander wrote, Braxton stated it was fine if Trooper Linebaugh didn't help him because Braxton might not help Trooper Linebaugh if he gets in a bind in the job, which requires him to appear before the Louisiana State Police Commission. Remember, that's the commission the governor appointed Braxton to.
What he's doing is attempting to use the power of his position as a commissioner overseeing the state police department to bring that power to bear on underlings in the State Department is an abuse of his authority.
According to the incident report, Braxton stated Linebaugh needed to be reassigned to New Orleans for about 60 to 90 days to get his mind right, and added members of the State Police Commission are not to be touched. Braxton allegedly said neither they nor their families are supposed to receive tickets and things of that nature. Braxton allegedly told Oliphant if he did not have any more stroke than that, he was unsure what to do. But Oliphant wrote Braxton said he was not finished with the issue.
This man it really should be ashamed, and he should have resigned already.
Me? Yeah, you. And then when your daughter was arrested for DUI, the trooper alleges that you were trying to use your position here to punish the trooper.
All right. What was the outcome of it?
Is that appropriate for you to be doing?
What's the outcome?
Huh?
That's pretty good. What's the outcome?
The outcome is you didn't have the power to do it, I guess.
Did I?
Huh?
Did I?
But you tried. According to the trooper, you tried.
That's correct. Yeah,
is that untrue? Is that untrue?
According to the trooper, that's what he said. What trooper said that?
Huh?
That's I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want to read it?
Nope. I don't already looked at that. I looked at that.
You like
I've seen it.
And?
I've seen it.
What are your thoughts on it?
I have none. No comment.
You have no comment? Do you think it's appropriate to do that?
I have no comment.
Do you think it's
I have no comment.
to try to punish a trooper
I have no
for
comment.
arresting your daughter?
He did his job.
He did his job? And what about your comments to the troopers?
I have no comment to the trooper.
We tried to interview Braxton minutes before last Thursday's State Police Commission meeting. After we left, Braxton tried to address his fellow commissioners about our attempted interview. His comments recorded by the website, Sound Off Louisiana.
My daughter deal with a year and a half ago. I got a wife. I don't have anything to have.
Braxton closed with one last message for his fellow board members.
It's over with. Let it run his trout down. Let's do what we gotta do. People did what they did. The governor did what he did. I'm still here.
The governor, John Bel Edwards, who appointed Braxton to the commission, has known about the DWI incident for at least a year.
The governor's office has known about this for a year and done nothing.
Exactly. And that's unacceptable.
In July of last year, the attorney representing the State Troopers Association sent a letter to the governor that detailed the incident and even included the entire incident report. The Trooper Association wanted Braxton charged and removed from office. They never received a response. So again, last month, they sent another letter asking for a public hearing.
I'm very disappointed so far in the governor's lack of response.
If these allegations are true, Friedman says the governor needs to do one thing.
You believe Mr. Braxton should be removed by the governor?
There's no question about it. People have to be accountable, Lee, for their actions.
But a year after finding out Braxton may have abused his power, the most powerful person in the state has remained silent.
As a commissioner, you don't have a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Absolutely you do not, and the honor of being appointed to this position should impose upon you internally a sense of propriety, and you should be bending over backwards to not do anything that even gives the appearance of trying to abuse your power. This is not bending over backwards. This is blatant. This is just a blatant abuse of power.
Calvin Braxton is from Natchitoches. The police commission, by the way, redacted the name of Braxton's daughter from that police report they sent us. The governor's deputy chief of staff sent us this statement. Just today, the governor's office was made aware of the existence of emails sent on behalf of Commissioner Braxton regarding traffic citations. The governor will review the new information and determine the next steps. That said, all public officials must hold themselves to the highest ethics standard. The governor will accept nothing less. Now, under state law, Braxton can be removed from the board for cause only after being served with written specifications of the charges against them and being given a public hearing by the governor.
An eyewitness investigation is focusing on a Louisiana State Police commissioner in trouble for questionable conduct. Such commissioners often hear appeals from troopers when they're disciplined or fired for misconduct.
But tonight, one commissioner's actions are being questioned. And while some of the revelations you're about to hear are new, others have a deeper past. So why has he continued to serve on the board? Investigative reporter Katie Moore digs in.
His daughter Brandy was arrested for DWI in Natchitoches, Braxton's hometown. State Trooper Jason Linebaugh pulled her over. Records show she later blew a .139, nearly twice the legal blood alcohol limit. This report, written by then Commander of State Police Troop E, Jay Oliphant, outlines what happened next. In it, Oliphant says he called Calvin Braxton the next day as a courtesy. In the report, Braxton says Trooper Linebaugh, quote, should have given his daughter professional courtesy as well as discretion in not arresting her. The State Police Commission oversees personnel issues involving the state police. They hear appeals from disciplined troopers, in essence, making the call about whether troopers get to keep their jobs. The report says Braxton spoke with Linebaugh's boss 4 times. Braxton allegedly called Trooper Linebaugh a liar and said, quote, he has known troopers to get fired for lying. The report says Braxton then said he might not help Trooper Linebaugh if he gets in a bind on the job, which requires him to appear before the Louisiana State Police Commission. On December 14th, Troop E's commander told Braxton he would not reassign Trooper Linebaugh. But this report wasn't written until June of 2016.
It apparently took 7 months for the commander of Troop E to write this report. What does that say to you?
It says that there was some other motivating factors that resulted in this report being prepared 7 months after the events initially occurred.
That motivating factor is unclear. But what is clear, no investigation was launched within state police or by the State Police Commission into Braxton's actions after his daughter's DWI. An attorney for the State Police Union, Floyd Falcon, sent this letter to Governor John Bel Edwards last year, asking him to remove Braxton from the commission. Just last week, Braxton talked about the situation at the State Police Commission meeting.
People did what they did. The governor did what he did. I'm still here, so I have no other comment.
Braxton didn't return our calls for comment either.
There has to be a hearing that's conducted by the governor, apparently for the governor, and that it can only be removed for cause. The governor decided after some discussion not to use that procedure.
Why not just ask him to resign?
Well, there were some discussions that were had both with Mr. Braxton and with other individuals who were associated with Mr. Braxton about trying to figure out what exactly happened and what Mr. Braxton's intentions were. Mr. Braxton made it clear he wanted to remain on the commission.
J.O. Quinn, president of the Louisiana State Troopers Association, the union, wouldn't do an interview about the situation, but did say in a statement, quote, "We only want what we have always wanted regarding the State Police Commission, fairness and accountability." Block stopped short of saying they'll investigate the latest accusations against Braxton, instead saying they'll look into it.
As for the delay in writing that state police report, State Police spokesman J.P. Slatton said, although Mr. Braxton's inappropriate requests and comments have no direct bearing on the enforcement action taken by state police, it was important for the department to document the incident and memorialize his conduct to protect the agency in the event that other inappropriate conduct occurred in the future.